Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is different than the last one as this video has two parts. The first part being the analyzing of the characteristics and the narrative of the movie The Secret of Kells, and the second part being the ChatGPT part where I comment the ChatGPT about the animation theory and Secret of Kells, and then I reflect on how I may use it in the film industry. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Before we begin, I read some reviews on the internet about the movie, and from them I can expect that the movie is going to be about retro style, and also it's going to be pleasing to the eye, and it is made of non-abstract shapes and shades. There is a specific scene that I want to focus, and that is going to be when Brandon meets Aisling, who is basically the owner of the forest. And that is the first time Brandon has gotten out of the tower, which is basically the kells part, where his uncle has made a small group of people who lives there. So he just gets out of there for the first time, and he makes a friend. And this shows that there is good outside the wall, not the world, the wall, because the uncle explains to Brandon that everyone is evil outside of it, and he's gonna die if he goes outside. But he does go outside, and he doesn't die as he returns back in one piece. Yeah, that is the scene that I want to focus on before I begin, as I believe that Aisling helps build the plot, as she can be seen in other plots as well. And she even saves Brandon once, or maybe more than once. But anyways, now let's begin with the analysis. So for the first part, we're gonna go through the movie. So it's gonna be, in the movie The Secret of the Kells, Brandon is the main character, who is seen as a teenage boy. He's seen with his uncle Selleck, or however you say Selleck, I don't know, who's a leader of kells and is trying to protect the people in the small town. He ordered to build a big wall before the enemies attack, so that the enemies can come in and they be safe. Selleck, the uncle, is seen as the tallest guy in kells, as it represents him as being the leader. He tries teaching Brandon about how to continue his legacy, but Brandon doesn't pay attention, as he wants to explore the outside world and don't want to stay in this living cage. Aiden comes in the plot as he's the savior of the Book of Iowa, and he escapes the attack from the enemies and finds his way to Kells with the Book of Iowa. Brandon is really interested in learning about the book, as he believes the book is the only thing that can save the people. So with the help of Aiden, he starts to learn about the book. Aiden gives him a task of getting berries from the oak tree. He goes to the forest that lies outside the tower / kells, and he is accompanied by Punger, the cat of Aiden. While getting the berries with Punger, he becomes friends with the owner of the forest. Her name is Aisling, which I previously mentioned. She's super fast and can climb trees really well. She becomes really close with Brandon and even saves him when he was getting sucked into the trap of Chrome Cougar, which is basically a dark area, and that basically is known as the evil place. Later on, Brandon returns back to the tower, and after a while starts to learn how to draw and write with the ink and feather. Selleck, on the other hand, doesn't want Brandon to learn, as he doesn't believe in the book and thinks that Brandon is not going to survive. There is a scene where Brandon is locked up because he didn't listen to his uncle and was learning the writing and drawing. His uncle snatches the drawing of the book and just locks Brandon up, and afterwards Pungor calls help from Aisling, where Aisling makes Pungor into a tiny ghost and helps Brandon to get out of the lock, and then Pungor becomes a cat again. Brandon then goes to the dark caves where Chrome Cougar lives, and with the help of Aisling sacrificing herself, Brandon did go in, and with some effort he beat up Chrome Cougar and got the eye, the crystal which helped him write the book. So with the help of Aiden and the crystal, he reads the book and Uncle finds out, and soon after he's locked up with Aiden, the enemies attack and the first bow hits his uncle, which causes him to fall down in severe pain. But he gets back up and keeps moving forward for his people, but he couldn't fit on the tower, and also the stairs broke down. Everyone was running for their lives, and Selleck remembered that he trapped Aiden and Brendan in a place, so he was going towards it. But before he could open the door where he locked them up, the enemies struck him from the back, and he just fell to the ground. And soon after, the enemies broke the door where they were locked up. But Brendan had an amazing idea where he wanted to create ink, which creates smoke. So he creates the ink with Aiden, and that creates smoke, and then they get out of there. Brandon does see his uncle and tries saving him, but Aiden pushes him and takes him outside as it was too late for him. The enemies do catch up to them, but when they're about to kill them or take everything from them, Aisling somehow comes back, but in her wolf form, and helps Brendan and Aiden out. The main enemy though takes the book's main part, which was the gold part. He takes that, but the pages were torn down, so it was just there. After escaping the scene, Brendan grew up and wrote the book again, and then he was given to have the book as Aiden passes down to him. And his uncle, on the other hand, thinks that Brendan has died. His uncle did survive from the attack of the enemies, but he was really tired and was waiting for Brendan his whole life, as he blames him that he was the one that made all of this happen and he did not believe in the book. Then one time when we see that his uncle is about to take some rest, he yells that he's seeing an angel and it's his time to go, but he doesn't want to go. But soon after, Brendan takes his hood off and reveals that it's him, and also Pangor comes. And then the uncle is really happy to see that his nephew is alive. The uncle accepts his mistake and tells Brendan that he was right, and he pulls out the paper that he tore from the book and gives it to him. Brendan has a book to his uncle, and the uncle tells him that this is the book of Iowa. But then Brandon corrects him as he says this is a book of kells, thus ending the movie on a happy note. So that was the first part that we're done. I'm sorry if I did some pronunciation mistake. I'm just really tired. I had worked all day. But yeah. So now let's move on to ChatGPT section. So I did some research on the ChatGPT section about the summary, the outline, and the timeline. And after everything, this is what I came up with. So after reading everything, I can say that the theory would help me in this class a lot, as it would help me understand the topics of animation a little bit more, and it would help me expect how to write or what to write in this class. And after using the ChatGPT, I can use this as an example on how I may expect to write the writings for this class or anything like that, because a ChatGPT can help me explain what I should expect to be writing, or it can help me with the class a little bit, but I can't use that for cheating because that's not how it should be, and it's bad. So I'm probably just gonna use it just to give me some examples and ideas on how I can progress in this class. But anyways, that's probably gonna be it for today. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Sorry if I have any mistakes on the translation or the transcript. I'm just really tired, so yeah. Anyways, take care everyone, and peace.